Tool of the week, sell the John Deere. Now, I used my neighbor's John Deere this weekend, doing a little bit of work out here, and got me thinking about the time in my life when I did not sell a John Deere. Early in my career, we did a lot of role playing, and we didn't just role play with our management and with each other. We role played with senior leadership in the business. Very fortunate in my career to get to role play a lot with a gentleman by the name of Ben Cornet. Ben Cornet at the time was probably the highest ranking guy in the security industry, global leader of Honeywell Security, the whole world. But got to call him a friend, still get to call him a friend, and got the opportunity to role play with him quite a bit. One scenario when I was role playing with him, I owned a Case tractor dealership. Case, good tractor, not picking on Case, good tractor. Ben came into the Case dealership, but man, he wanted to buy a John Deere. And I was asking all what I thought were the right questions. Why? Why did he want this? Why did he want that in a John Deere? What features did he like? What features did he dislike? And I catered all my answers based on his questions, because I was listening to him. Well, Case does it this way, and Case does it that way. And Case, by the way, does it a whole lot less expensive than that beautiful yellow sticker on this green tractor. But he kept going back to John Deere does it. John Deere does this. John Deere does that. John Deere's reliable. John Deere's a trusted brand name. Needless to say, I didn't sell him a tractor that day. And when I got off stage, you very quickly realize when the lights aren't in front of you and you're not on stage with the president of the company, you very quickly realize what you did to stink it up. I listened to everything Ben said. I didn't hear a thing he said. Now that's kind of weird. You listened, but you didn't hear. I was asking questions, and I was listening to the answers, and I kept catering those answers to what I wanted. I was trying to get him to see it my way. When the reality is, there are some times in the sales process where the customer just straight up buys what he or she wants, not what they need. He wanted to move dirt around his farm. He wanted to move hay around the farm. He wanted to pick up horse manure. He didn't need a John Deere to do any of that. He could have done it all with the Case for a whole lot less money. But he wanted a John Deere. He wanted this green tractor. He wanted the status symbol that comes with owning a John Deere. And I never heard him say that, even though he said it 100 times in the sales presentation. We just have to do a better job of not just listening to what our customers are telling us, but actually hear what they're telling us. It's not always going to be that easy. A lot of times customers, you've got to convince them on what they really need and what they really want. But there are times in life where you walk into a sales call and the customer just straight up tells you what he or she wants, and we get in the habit of trying to sell them on something different. Ben says a lot, he uses this line a lot. You can get to work in a Kia. Kia does the job. And it's fairly inexpensive vehicle. Good cars, not picking on Kia. But you want the Mercedes-Benz. You want that Ford F-150. You want that BMW. Some people buy what they want. Not everybody, but some people buy what they want, not what they need. And had I just listened a little bit, I heard him, not just listened, but heard what he was saying, then I very quickly would have rebutted back, Mr. Cornet, I agree with you. The value of a John Deere is amazing. We sell Cases here, but you're right. John Deere makes a great unit. And to be honest with you, I love them so much too. I took one in on a trade-in. Let me go back here to the used tractor section. I got this beautifully just love John Deere. Now, we're going to have to talk about price a little bit because the price is quite a bit more expensive. It's got a few more bells and whistles. It's got this beautiful yellow sticker on it that says John Deere. It's got that trusted brand that you want and you've named. Let's talk about getting you into this beautifully slightly loved tractor. He told me how much he values warranty, how much he values the thing working all the time. He's not a full-time farmer. He can't tear this baby apart and put it back together. He needs somebody who can. I could have easily sold him on a warranty package where he would have brought that baby down here every day and fixed it. Every month and fixed it, whenever it was. And we'd have built that relationship, and maybe one day in the future I'd have sold him a Case. But in the short term, I'd have sold him a John Deere for more money, more margin, more profit than I was ever going to sell him on a new unit. And I was going to get a beautifully, slightly loved unit off my lot. So I challenge you, when you're in the sales presentation, when you're in the sales call, don't just listen to your customer. Stop talking, close your mouth, and actually hear what the customer's telling you. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Hear what the customer is telling you, because a lot of times they're going to tell you what they want. And whenever they tell you what they want, figure out a way to sell it to them. So my tool of the week this week is go sell your John Deere. Everybody have a great week. Go out and sell something.